Anyway, which has got nothing to do with anything really.
No,
We're
what?
supposed to be talking serious stuff about Kelli Belles, and who is the lovely lady who I'm speaking to this evening. This is Country Music News International, and my name's Nigel Sharpe, as ever, and as I just said, way over there across the big pond, that is Kelly. So I'm kind of guessing you're in Nashville,
Yep,
which is where you're based these days, but as you just said, originally from
Nebraska,
Nebraska, out in the
Omaha.
sticks. Anyway, so one of the things I was looking at uh, as a guitar player, you have to forgive me here. On some of the pictures of you on your website, there's some very sparkly guitars.
Yep.
There's one here. It's like a picture for the upcoming tour, the Behind the Guitar tour. And there's you, and there's Charlie Reynolds,
Yep.
and she's got like a pink sparkly guitar, and you've got a
Yeah.
multi-colored
Yeah,
sparkly
I have
guitar.
it like right here.
I love that. They look great. I mean, in
Thanks.
some of the videos, you're playing a very, very nice looking, it looks like a Gibson Hummingbird,
Yep.
kind of really classic acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
But on some of the gigs, you've got another kind of sparkly guitar with bells, on the
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
So how did those come about? I'm fascinated by this kind of stuff.
Yeah. So you totally nailed it. That is my setup is I have two sparkly ones that I play, and then I have my Gibson Hummingbird. So I always wanted a Gibson growing up, just, listening to country music. That's everyone played Gibson Hummingbirds.
Yeah.
And in Nebraska, there's this local music store called Dietz. And in April, they did a deal that every day in April, they were going to make one guitar 50% off.
Wow.
And I was 16, I was in high school, and they posted that they were putting a Gibson Hummingbird 50% off on sale. And I was around my birthday, so I went to my mom and I was like, I know this is a, really expensive guitar, but like you're never going to be able to get a Gibson Hummingbird for half price. Like that's just crazy. Like
Definitely not.
this
Yeah.
is a once in a lifetime thing. Like please, this will be like my birthday and my Christmas present. Just like please, help me get this guitar. And we went the next morning at 10 a.m. and I was like, we have to be the first person in the store to buy it. And we walked in and got it. And that is the guitar that I play most of the time now because it really does sound great. It's almost 10 years old now, which is crazy. And, people around here say that when Gibsons get to be about 10 years old, they like hit a peak of just sounding awesome. And I love the way that guitar sounds. So that is my main guitar that I do play. I'm not like the best, guitar player, but I can play my own songs and I like playing guitar. But there's something about playing a sparkly guitar that's just fun. And I feel like it's
Yeah.
really cool for the audience to, I feel like whenever I put on a sparkly guitar, everyone's cell phones like go in the air to like take a picture or take a video. And it's
Yeah.
something fun to add to a live show. So I had that multicolored one that said bells on it. And during COVID, I started rhinestoning that just with whatever colored rhinestones I had around my house because I was so bored. And I played that guitar on stage for a long time, but then on my first headlining tour, which was last year, it actually broke. It kind of quit working and it wasn't sounding
Mm.
good. It was going to take a lot of money to get it back in good shape. And I was like thinking, I should just try to rhinestone another guitar for this next tour. And that's what I did. I can just grab
Yeah,
it.
please.
So this is the new one.
Yeah, cool. I
I
love that.
Thanks. I tried it's a is it called a sunburst when it's like faded like
It
that?
is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sparkly sunburst.
Yeah. So then I tried to like mimic. the sunburst with rhinestones. But yeah, and I put bells on it too, but you can't see it quite as well. If I would do this in a different color if I did it again, but that's okay. But yeah, that's kind of my guitar story.
Sticking with rhinestones and sparkly stuff. Again, looking at some of the videos and some of the photos on the website, you seem to have quite a wardrobe. Are you a bit of a fashionista?
I think by accident I am. I honestly don't know if I wasn't doing this career path that I would be so particular about, wardrobe and what I choose to wear, but I really tried in my career to have different little eras of my music and have that also, coincide with my wardrobe. Kind of inspired by Taylor Swift.
Okay.
But I had my wildflower country era where I wore a lot of florals and like big dresses. And before that, I was very into the rhinestones and the sparkly stuff. So yeah, I like to try to make everything cohesive, and that's including like clothes. So yeah.
There was one, it's sort of like a very long, pink, fluffy dress. It looks like something out of Gone with the Wind or something. I mean, that is quite stunning if you're going to be wearing that on stage.
Yep. I that is actually so the train of that dress is so long.
Yeah, right.
It's hard to wear on stage. I had to
Yeah, you can't move around too much with that.
not too much. You don't want to trip on that. No,
No,
no.
no high kicking going on there.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I mean the thing that kind of struck me, I guess, was color. I love color. Um, I really want to just talk about music. We all really should talk about your music. Let me get this right. The latest release is Trust Issues.
Mhm.
And I've also seen a clip for what's coming at the end of January, which is Porcelain.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so as I say, I've just seen a couple of clips, and the porcelain looks quite nice, doesn't it? Where did you get that from? I
The
don't know if
push
they're teacups or coffee cups, but
yeah. A teacup, my photographers, I was out of town and I told them that we were doing this photo shoot and I really wanted a porcelain teacup, and
okay.
they went out and thrift shopped and found this teacup. And they also happen to love tea. So they were like, "Do you mind if we just keep this teacup and then we'll drink our tea out of it?" I was like, "You guys got it."
Yeah,
But yeah, they did a great job finding that. It was exactly what I, pictured in my head for that music.
I like my coffee in the morning, but in the afternoon it's tea.
I
Tea, cup of tea and a chocolate biscuit.
Now I'm just showing you things in my apartment, but I think you'll. This is my favorite tea. Um, Yorkshire Gold.
Yorkshire Gold, no way.
I drink this every morning,
Yeah,
because coffee kind of upsets my stomach. And my British friend, Charlie, I was on tour with him for a long time, and he started giving me this Yorkshire tea every morning, and then now I
yeah.
can't live without it. So my
That
favorite.
that is actually what I normally buy.
I knew it.
You are obviously a person of great taste.
Thank you.
I guess one of I mean, listening to some of the songs, I think the one that I actually kind of really liked the most was, what was it, Drive Home,
Yeah.
which is on the website. It kind of plays on the website if you
Yeah.
click on that one particular page.
Mhm.
How old is that one? Because it
Um,
must be fairly recent.
yeah, I think it came out last March-ish.
Okay.
Maybe February. Yeah, I love that song. Like I stand by that song. It's one of my favorites that I've ever written. It just didn't really, quite hit on social media. But it's one of those that if you're a real fan of mine, like a lot of my real fans love Drive Home, and I still play it in
Yeah.
my live shows, and I think it's a great song. But yeah.
So how often are you actually releasing material? I mean, presumably you're releasing like singles, as most people seem to do these days.
Yeah, so I released a couple songs last year. I was kind of in a transitionary period from just releasing on my own, independent, and kind of just putting out whatever songs I wanted to, whenever I wanted to I just signed a label deal and a publishing deal, which has been amazing. But now with Porcelain, this is kind of the beginning of a new EP.
Right.
So that will come out later this year, and all of those songs are already recorded and mastered and done. So I really can't wait for people to hear it. I'm super proud of it. I think it's the most cohesive like piece of work that I've ever made. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this year. And I'll be putting those out every 6 weeks. So yeah.
Okay. Yes, I noticed that there were also some pictures of, you'd signed this deal with Deluge
Mhm.
for publishing and recording. How did that actually come about? I mean, did they come chasing after you, or were you banging on their door, or what happened?
Well, I spent a lot of time here in Nashville trying to bang on some doors, but
Yeah.
uh this thing with Deluge ended up happening pretty naturally.
Uh, Kelly, I'm going to bring this to a close. We've got 8 o'clock now in my time. I don't know where you are, but it must be 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Yep.
Kelly, thanks very much for taking the time to speak to us. Been lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
And don't forget, you have to come back to England, Europe,
Germany.
do a
I
tour,
would love to. I would love to.
let us know, and we
I
can have
will.
another interview in
Yeah,
person.
that would
There
be
you go.
wonderful.
That'd be great. Okay, you take care and really have a good time on that tour.
Thank you.
And I will wave you goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.